Hello guys and girls, it's Tankinator here, and today we will be covering the weak spots of the M1, the M1A1 and the M1A2 Abrams. So let's go ahead and start off with the M1 Abrams. M1A1, or the M1, excuse me, Abrams has a very weak, especially when they're cresting hills. Since they try and use their gun depression a lot, they have a very weak lower plate. It's kind of hard to see like this, but it does slope down just before the main, this being the main lower plate that you're seeing right here, and then there's a smaller plate right underneath that, which is a weak spot. Also, another great weak spot is this little driver's hatch right here. And occasionally, and you will do full damage shooting through the driver's hatch. Sometimes I've been able to sneak stuff into the turret ring, not very frequently though, certainly not reliably. The commander's hatch as well is one of those places that you will not do full damage, and I would not recommend shooting. And from the side, if say the M1 Abrams is recommended or is angled like this, you can shoot here and along here and up in here. That's my best bet, or that's my personal recommendation as to where to shoot, unless it's full on broadside, in which case shoot, see if you can do some engine damage. Moving right along, let's take a look at the next tank, which will be the M1A1 Abrams, which is very, very similar to the M1A1. And I'll just do it, the M1A1 and the M1A2 all in one thing, and I'll just take a look at the M1A1 Abrams, since they have the exact same weak spots, which would be, once again, the driver's hatch. That's where I recommend shooting at them from the front. Also, when cresting ridges, although the front hull of the M1A1 is better armored than the standard M1 Abrams, and so right in here when it's cresting ridges, although it's easier to penetrate that area on the M1 Abrams. The M1A1, however, is stronger. Also, again, I would recommend, if the M1A1 or A2 is like this, aiming for right in here or in here potentially. Also, this little area right in the back of the turrets is also another weak spot, which is very, very nice indeed to be able, and it is significantly easier to be able to penetrate. And same applies for the other side of the M1A1 and M1A2 Abrams. I currently do not know the state of the XM1A3, as I have currently not faced off against any in battle yet, and I only play PvE, so I'm not sure if they're going to be adding tier 10s into PvE anytime soon, which kind of honestly hope that they aren't going to, but just my personal hope. So I hope that was informative for you guys, and hope you learned something about the weak spots on the M1A1, the M1A2, and the standard M1A and the standard, M1 Abrams. So, if you learned something from this, or want to see more future content like this, please leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Thanks. See you in the next one.